Hi. Hi, good morning, Year 9. It's great that so many of you got out of bed so early to be with us here today. First things first, I want you to know that we're here for you as a school through this difficult time. We're missing you all terribly. Can't wait for you to be back. I'm in school most days and it's a horrible place to be when it's empty and no one around. We realise that you're all anxious, concerned and feeling a bit lost right now. My own son, who's in year 7, is at home and he's feeling a bit lost and lacking a bit of motivation. In fact, yesterday he had a bit of a paddy and stormed off to his room, left his poor mum tearing his hair out because he was just getting stuck with his work. And, you know, he reflected a bit, then got back to it, but realised it's difficult times. It is difficult times. I can imagine some parents find it really difficult too, trying to juggle so many things and trying to support students. I know we've started live lessons now to create a bit of variety. I think you've all had a live English lesson. A huge well done for those who are logging on to Frog every day and getting the work done. So really, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Fryer shortly, but I just want to say how proud I am of our school community pulling together. Proud of the students, for those students who log on Frog every day. Not all of you are mine, but proud of those students who are showing resilience. You know, this is rich in action really. When we talk about school values and our rich ethos, you know, resilience, industry, you know, you're showing that every day now. It's really important. And for those students who are emailing in teachers and asking questions and really engaging, you know, that's showing curiosity. So I want to say thank you. I'm proud of the teachers as well for making sure the lessons are engaging, responding to all inquiries. Proud of the parents for supporting the students whenever they can. So a genuine thank you to you all. Can I say, if you're stuck in any way, email your teachers, email your tutor, get your parent or carer to bring it up in the wellbeing calls that are being made every week. We're making an increased effort to make sure we're contacting home all the time. Some of you might feel we're being contacted too much, but we want to make sure we are there for you. So thank you for all your hard work. I'm going to pass on to Mr. Fryer now to talk about remote learning a bit more specifically, to give you some tips and to make sure things are going well. Okay, so bye-bye.
Morning, everyone. It's really nice, although I'm basically just talking into a computer. It's really nice to know that there are so many people on the other end listening to us, and I think I want to echo what Mr. Campbell says. This school is nothing without our community, without you lot here, and we just miss you so much, and we can't wait to have you back. Hopefully it won't be too long. The remote learning that I need to talk to you about, the remote work that you're doing, it's really challenging, isn't it? It's really challenging at our end, and we appreciate it's quite challenging at your end as well. So I wanted to try and give you some ideas for how to keep yourself on an even keel during this time. And I think certainly initially it was floated as something of a sprint, but I think as this goes on, it's becoming a bit more of a marathon. So we've just all got to be sensible and balanced about the way we approach our days in lockdown. Perhaps it's easier for me being in school than it is for you at home, but I've got a real appreciation for what it's like for lots of us in this situation. So the word that I keep coming back to when I'm thinking about this for you is the benefits of routine, and I can feel it in myself actually. This kind of, you almost get sucked into coming out of your natural routine on a working day, and it's really important to try and keep yourself in that routine. And I guess what I mean by that, by way of example, is getting up at a reasonable time. I don't mean getting up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 11 a.m., 12, you know, midday. I'm talking about maybe getting up at 8 a.m. on a weekday, you know. Let's say you might go to bed at a reasonable time as well. So not going to bed at 7:30 p.m. like I do, but or going to bed at 3 a.m. but maybe going to bed at 10, 11, something like that, waking up at 8, that's plenty of sleep. And of course you need sleep to attack a working day properly, and that's what weekdays are still now. They are working days for you. So getting up at a reasonable time, going to bed at a reasonable time, really important factors in staying in those routines. Okay, as soon as you're up, get yourself some great breakfast, eat something good, You know, do something relaxing and then log into Frog along the lines of what you would do coming to school. So log in time for your first lesson. All right. When you're logged in, teachers, I want you to imagine, because this is happening, your teachers will be sitting at the other end. Okay, they'll be sitting at the other end, setting their lessons and waiting for you to contact them if you need to. So if you've got double English followed by double maths, your English teacher will be there virtually for you, and your maths teacher will be there virtually for you. And that's how you work through your day according to your given timetable. Okay. Now, if you are confused about any of the work that you set, or you're finding it difficult, or you're having some problem with access, if you email that member of staff, they will get back to you in real time. Okay, that's really, really important for people to know. These days at school are very similar. We're here in lesson times for you. I'll talk about live lessons in a minute, because some of that is going to become a little bit more straightforward now with the fact that live lessons are growing across the academy. All right, but please do work in real time. On that basis, I would also say it's really important to give yourself a break at break time and give yourself a lunch at lunchtime. Okay, and probably the thing that you're going to like best that I'm going to say today is stop at 3:10. Stop your work at 3:10 and do the things that you've been looking forward to all day. Okay, it's really important that you keep a balance and we work at a sensible pace through this very, very difficult time. Now, I think what we've realised here and what we wanted to move towards were live lessons. And the reason for that is because I think we have a responsibility to offer you a little bit of variety in what you're doing, incredibly important, as well as a little bit of human contact. Now, my classes all know that I do a lot of verbal feedback with you because I want you to hear my voice, because I think that's really important. The human contact element of this is probably the most important part of it. So the live lessons are going to be getting more and more frequent from now on. We've done some trialing here. We've been very careful about what we want to offer you, but now I think you'll find those live lessons will become more frequent. Students, I sent out some instructions for joining and taking part in Teams meetings yesterday, and you will have all had your live English lesson yesterday. And lots of students say when they tick on the live event, it disappears. And they're right, it does disappear from your screen, and that's a bit worrying when you first do it. But in Outlook, if you click in your calendar, you'll find that the link to that live lesson is still there. All right, if you click in the top left of the screen into your calendar, that's where you can find the live lesson. So it feels like it disappears, but it doesn't really. All right, I know some people have thought they were uninvited, and we would never uninvite anyone to a live lesson. All right, so we're going to be offering you a little bit of variety, a little bit of human contact, and I think, you know, some more direct teaching, which I think will be really, really useful for you. And I hope you all enjoyed your English lesson yesterday, which I watched, and it was excellent. The last thing I want to say is just about work rate and what people are doing at home. There are students, a large number of students in this year group who've done 100% of their work. They haven't missed a trick. They've done everything they've been set up to this point. Now, I think that is phenomenal. And I really mean that. It's phenomenal. And we are proud of you. The sort of mental toughness and resilience to be doing that, just keep it up. I'm in awe of you guys, and you guys will be celebrated when you get back here. Make no mistake, it's an incredible achievement already to have done that. If you've done some or most of that work, that's great as well. Really, really brilliant, and that's still a great achievement. We appreciate some bits of work might have been too challenging, or you might have had the odd access issue. You guys, if you've missed any, please make sure you contact the staff concerned and try and catch up. Okay, lots of what I'm talking about here is going to be about staying in contact with us. There are a very small number of students who have struggled to get started. Okay, and I just want to say to any of you guys, please, please, please do not disappear. I can't stress that enough. Don't disappear. We're worried. Okay, get in touch with your teachers today. Make some contact. All right, explain the situation. You can use your school email to do it, and we want to help you catch up. Okay, we don't want to leave anybody behind in this process. All right, and in this very challenging situation we're in. So if you're one of those, a very small number of students who perhaps haven't got started or haven't done all that much, please, 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 the best thing you can do is to make contact today. do that straight after this assembly, please. The worst thing you can do is disappear. Please don't do that. The contact here is going to be absolutely crucial. And you guys have got a lot to play for, remember, in terms of moving towards your GCSE exams. Don't disappear. You're members of our community. We want to help you. Lastly, I just want to say thanks very much for attending. I think assemblies like this are really, really important for getting our community together. It's really strange being in the hall where normally you'd all be here with me and be talking into a computer, but it's something, isn't it? At least I know that you're here and you're listening to Mr. Campbell and I with these really important messages. Families, if parents are listening at the moment, thank you so much for your support. I stand here today really, really proud of our school and our community. Please keep working, please stay with us, and fingers crossed we can see you all very, very soon. Thanks very much. Take care.